people will spend a lot of money on these tools or with vendors expecting high returns, but it's like trying to get your business to double its revenue every year. Like it takes time. Like, I mean, before you look at the integration of AI into the business, you need to look at how you're structuring your business. And this is what people get normally, from what I understand, get backwards. It's more like an assistance tool. So to integrate it, you've really got to think, and there's plenty of experts in this area for understanding how you want to transform your business and to make things. And that's usually starts by just very small tweaks, by understanding what is it you're looking to do better, looking to do faster. What is it that's going to be beneficial either for the customer or beneficial for your time and usage. And it's quite interesting because there's a lot of tools, like if you use Google Workspace, or if you use, I don't know, any form of large language model, they're building it into workflows. And a lot of SaaS companies such as Salesforce, Workday, Monday, Notion, they're building it in. So it's actually quite easy to integrate into your day-to-day workflows, because any big vendor that you're buying from probably has that capability. But it's normally a step-by-step process of thinking, where are the gaps? What do we need to do faster? What's being required from the customer? Because people expect it more these days. So probably two sides on the talent side, but also understanding what your budget is for it, and understanding how does it, like I was saying before, how does it fit with what you deliver as a business, as a service, as for your customers. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. It's very easy to get caught by the flashy tools and new plugins and new benefits, but it's always quite key to focus on how do you do business, because it's still very much relationship focused, and whatever can make that better usually is the right tool to go with, or the right upskilling to go with. Oh, loads of ways. Anything from content creation to analytics to building templates. I mean, you look at Canva, they've built it in, so you can use that from imagery to designing websites. You can do coding or get platforms to build it for you, like Replit or Lovable or Bolt. All of those are the face of your brand, the communication side, what you need to do in terms of showing what your brand is to a customer, but also just having a lot more fun. Like, I mean, there's video generation tools where you can create campaigns and create 10 different variations very quickly. I mean, you think about how hard it was. I used to work in marketing just 4 years ago, to come up with a campaign. You'd have to really think and iron it all out. And now you can just tell a large language model, whether you're on-prem or it's a private one or whatever, to an agency I'd imagine agencies will be building their own models that are in tune with previous data, and they can do anything from testing ad copy to testing entire multi-million-pound campaigns for how it will resonate. And then it's not so much this has been around a while, but you can analyze the performance. I mean, that's a big reason why people use meta ads and places like that, because you can analyze the performance on cost per lead and all those kind of things that marketing people get very excited about. So yeah, it really varies. It depends. How an energy company markets themselves is going to be very different to how energy drink company markets themselves. So how a Red Bull markets themselves compared to how a day-to-day living cost or a Tesco markets themselves can be very different. And you can come up with, and my point to that is how you use those tools can be much more in line with who your customer is, connecting them better. And that's essentially what the key thing in marketing is, to connect to your customer better. So yeah, there's God knows how many ways, probably millions of ways if you really look at it, but there's a lot of good ways to do it. Yeah. How quickly it can get you return on your investment, I think it's when people ask me this, I look at it from the perspective of how we use the internet. I'd say only really recently we've been using the internet at the high capacity we have, and we're going to use it more and more. We want things faster, our attention span's less. And I think with AI, the models are going to get better, the data is going to get better, it's going to learn more. People that aren't so tech savvy are going to learn it better. But it's going to, in my experiences, there's still a lot of people when I speak to them that they can just plug some for, it's like a toy or something, when really it's quite high sophisticated for like what you want to get out of it. And I think it's people spend a lot of money on these tools or with vendors expecting high returns, but it's like trying to get your business to double its revenue every year. Like it takes time. Like you can't wake up one morning and just find everything fixed. And I think people misunderstand that with those fixes come problems. Even in the big companies like Google, and when they release new models, they have a lot of backlash on it, and the model gets better because of that. And I think that's a very positive thing to have, because you need to improve the model. But I do think people going into it thinking that they are going to get return on their spend, or it's going to not create any problems, is daft. And I think that's a misconception. That do people want to use it? There's a lot of people, like people are questioning, do they want to use Alexa? And Alexa hasn't done as well as it should have done. And you look at any kind of industry, whether it's travel or sport or entertainment or media or construction, all these areas, there's a lot of applications, but to get people using it day in, day out, the adoption, it takes a long time. And to use those in sync and to get your data in place, you're going to have to go pay either some very high good developer / consultant, or you're gonna have to go use some sort of company like an Accenture or something to understand how you, especially for the big companies, how you assess all what you've got and then try and make sense of it to apply an AI layer over your business, which will ultimately benefit you. And the people that are sacking it off and not doing it today will be the ones that will lose out in 5 years. But it's just it's very hard to take your money and put it into something you might not see a return on in 5 years. But fortunately, most people that run businesses and make those decisions can see the vision for 5-10 years from now. So a lot of people are doing it, but that's a big misconception. You're not going to see a return on it. Occasionally you might, but it's very rare that I'm seeing you'll find a return on investment in within less than 6 months, which I can't see it. I don't see it happening. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I don't see it happen.